Hello, welcome. I'm Lorraine Ellen Scott. I am the Introvert Mentor, and I have a bunch of amazing people who I've had the pleasure to get to know. We hang out together in my Forward Motion Club, which is for accountability and action in our business. And everybody here is an introvert, and you probably wouldn't even know it from how everybody is just showing up as their authentic selves and celebrating the unique powers that they have so they can shine in their business. So I'm super excited. I'm just going to bring everybody right up here now. And hey, how are you?
Hey.
Great to meet everybody here. So I'm just going to go around in the circle and maybe you just say something about yourself, whatever you want to share. Lily, hi, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm really good. It's a little bit chilly here, but I'm fine, thank you.
Good to see you. What do you do, Lily? Share a little about it.
Well, I guess I help people get in touch with their creative abilities through very simple methods by having fun, play, experiment. I love doing that. And I've been an artist for about 16 years. And why I'm an accidental artist is because I didn't think I could draw either. And now it's my turn to help other people get in touch with their creative abilities too.
I love it. Yes. And you really help people tap into that creative side so they can use it in their business, like being more creative in your writing and just seeing things from a different perspective. And I
Yeah,
love it.
actually, I found that um, being an artist, you start thinking out of the box all the time. So you look at the world in a different way. So you got logic and creativity; they come together, and yeah, I solve a lot of problems. So that's really what I want to help other people do is see how they can start thinking in a different way, and they'll solve their problem.
Yay. I love it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's all
Susie,
right.
how are you? Share a little about yourself.
Hey Lorraine, I'm doing good today. I help women in midlife dealing with autoimmune conditions to feel better in their body, to have more energy and less pain, and just get on to living life to their fullest.
Yay. I love that. You're such a good mentor for that.
Thank you.
Having been through it, going through
Yes.
whatever you need to, and coming out the other side with a smile on your face as always. So thank you so much for being here. Dominique, how are you? Share a little about
I'm
yourself.
good. Well, I am a mom, work from home, a homeschooling mom, and so hence the messy look. And
You look
uh,
great.
yeah, so I help moms heal their emotional baggage so that they can show up more fully for their kids and raise kids who feel seen, heard, and accepted. Um, and yeah, just becoming a mother is a very transformative time, at least it was for me, and I know it is for a lot of moms. And we struggle having making time for ourselves, and really getting the receiving the self-care that we need, knowing what to do, how to do it, that sort of thing, and just getting the support that we need, really, to do the self-care that we need to do. So
Wow.
that's what I'm passionate about, helping.
Awesome. Yes, and it's so important. It's so important to know that we're just as important as the family we're raising. So thank you for being such an amazing advocate for that. And welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lisa, how are you? Tell us
Hi,
about yourself.
I'm doing great, thanks. So I am a midlife woman, and that is sort of where my passion is now, has become. I currently help women in midlife with mental health and mindfulness practices, And I do that by teaching super simple, proven strategies so that they can really focus on making these second half of life or these years their best half. Because it's not all about like what happened back then. We've got all this life to live. We really do.
Yay. Yes, it's so true. Thank you for that. We need that in our lives for sure. I resonate, midlife lady here. Lots of transitions going on. So, as everyone can see who's watching this, as the replay or live, like let us know in the comments. There's such diversity, and yet we all have one thing in common, and that's we all have introversion as part of our energy. And to celebrate National Introvert Week, I think it's important to just showcase that introversion is not a personality trait so much as how we manage our energy. And for the most part, everyone here who shows up in their life and in their business, oftentimes people wouldn't even know that you're introverted. And I know I get that a lot, like, what? You? But I'm really big on saying, hey, there is a diversity of us out there, and we really aren't all quiet and shy and all of those, canned responses of what introverts are, hate people, I mean, I have my moments. But what I'd love to ask the collective, and you can go in any order, is like, what about being an introvert has really changed how you run your business?
I'm thinking of just quickly that this came to me quickly is I find as an introvert, I can be like a really good listener. So in my business, listening to, the women that I am coaching, that's pretty important. So just, coming at it from their perspective, just, hearing what they have to say. So I think that being a good listener is kind of key.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Anyone want to add to that?
Yeah.
Lily?
I think I'm very understanding of people. When you're an introvert and you feel that people don't understand you start understanding other people, and you're more observant of how they speak about themselves and things like that. And I think I knew when I was little I was an introvert. I thought, I'm so different, and my family think I'm so different, and I think, why? And I was so sensitive. So I think I bring a lot of my sensitivity, and I guess that's why I eventually got into art, is because that introvert part of my sensitivity is so strong, and it really makes your work different and very satisfying, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It really, I think a lot of empaths are introverts and vice versa, just because there's that concept of feeling so much and being able to work through those feelings as energy. At least from my perspective, I'm always curious about why that feels that way or what emotion comes up. So yeah. Awesome. Anyone else? Dominique?
Yeah. Well, along those same lines, I think for me, knowing that I internalize a lot of things, I process things internally and keep things to myself a lot. And I have recognized in myself how it can be kind of detrimental if you don't have a safe place to share some of those things that need to come out, or really fully process those emotions. And if you don't feel safe. So I think that's something that I bring to the people I work with, and really holding space for them to feel and connect with their emotions and process them so they can let them go and move forward. And also just being able to see kind of those inner connections between the thoughts and emotions and stuff that they've kind of packed away, and the events in their current day lives, and then also what's happening with their children, and how that's reflected with them. So yeah, I think there's really a lot of benefit to being an internal processor, introvert, because we take a lot of time to kind of think and ponder and mull things over and find those connections.
Yeah, it's so true. Internal processor. I like that. It almost makes me feel like I'm an AI or something. But yeah, it's true. And I think the moment that I honored being an introvert and needing to go inward and do all that inner reflecting, the moment I trusted that, I would process things quicker after that. Because I think I went through a period of that inner dialogue. Oh, you should be doing this faster. Why are you overthinking things? And as soon as I realized that this is my internal way, this is my introversion way, I could let that part go and just totally focus on the processing of it, that now I can do it way quicker than I did before. I don't know if that's part and parcel to my training as a Reiki master, that, it's hard to dissect and compartmentalize, but I really feel that it made a difference for me, and now it doesn't need to take as long. So anybody else want to add anything to your own introversion perspective of how it works in your business? Susie.
Yeah, I'd like to say it's like everything changed when I found out that introverts just manage their energy differently. For most of my life, I always thought I was just this shy girl that couldn't speak up, and which I was. But if I would have known more of that about the energy and known more about introversion as I was younger, but that would have been great. But it doesn't matter. I'm here, and it's. Yeah, just to know that we handle our energy different. We need to take time away from everybody. Doesn't mean we don't like people. It just means that we need our alone time, probably a lot more than most. And that's how we kind of recharge our brain and our body and our everything. So that made a world of difference for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good to that it's okay. And I really love this day and age because people are more aware. People understand a little bit more. Even when they don't quite understand, they realize that being an introvert isn't necessarily a bad thing. Now, I used to beat myself up for being able to just not always be busy. Some family members, they'd be like, oh, I've got to do this. And then when I'm done that, I'm going to go there. And I'm always busy and moving. And I'm like, am I just lazy? Or I don't mind just sitting reading a book or binge watching whatever's awesome on Netflix, or I can have that time. And I realize that it's not so much that I can have that time. It's that it's kind of necessary for me, but not in a desperate way. It's more just like, I need this time to unplug. Anyone else need time to unplug? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I add something? Yeah,
Sure.
no, I that just reminded me. I have when I was a kid, my parents or my mom would tell me stories like, "Oh yeah, your sister, she would just as soon as we got somewhere, she would run off to find friends, and you would just sit like if we like we're going to like the beach or something. I would sit and just dig in the sand by myself, or hang out. I'd go tag along with my sister, but for the longest time, like, felt like something was wrong with me because I was like, why don't I want to go out and make friends like my sister does, and why I'm not good at making friends or this or that. And it's like, no, I don't, it's not that I don't want friends. I like friends, but I like having a small, more intimate kind of friendship, less people maybe, but deeper friendships, and that alone time is processing. And I've recognized that in my son, who's also an introvert. And he really needs time, a lot of time, way more time than like what we typically give kids to just think and process and just play and hang. So yeah, it just honoring that that's just how you process info and recharge is so like it just shifts everything. It's just so freeing to be able to like it's not it's nothing's wrong with me. It's just how I tick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I wish we knew these things when we're younger. I think it would have made things a
Oh,
lot simpler, but it was a different day and age then. Now, there's such diversity in so many aspects of people and gender and personality, and I love this day and age. Yes, there's always things that can be improved, but there's such freedom in being an individual, even amongst us, as people are seeing, it's National Introvert Week, but each one of us do something different. And yet we still honor that introversion within us. So, well, this has been fantastic. I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Do you have one little nugget of information you could share to somebody who might be struggling with their introversion? And you can do it from your own perspective, like Lily, from an artist point of view. Let's go around the circle again as we end off. Got any last minute things to share, Lily?
I think now, I used to really beat myself up about it, being quiet, and I didn't like a lot of noise and things like that. But now I think I'm special, So it doesn't matter who you are. I think, and you realize that, you think, well, I have different superpowers from other people. Yeah, so that's what I think.
I love it. Honor who you are no matter what. I love that. Thank you, Lily. Awesome. How about you, Susie?
Yeah, absolutely, Lily. I think we need to embrace who we are and let it be okay. We don't have to fit somebody else's model of what we think we should be. A lot of times it's our own brain that gives us the trouble, because we're thinking, why can't I be outgoing like my sister or my best friend or whatever? Why can't I be this? Why can't I be that? And just love yourself for who you are, and unconditionally. Life will go so much smoother, and you'll just be happier overall. So
Love it. Great advice. Thank you, Susie. Dominique, any last words?
the world needs introverts just as much as extroverts. We're all important. We all have our gifts. So yeah, you don't want to try to fit yourself into a square hole if you're a round peg, or whatever that saying is. Square peg into a round hole. Whatever.
What if I'm star shaped? No, and that's good advice.
That's Lily's star shaped.
Yes, that's true. Love it. Lisa, last word on introverts for today?
I don't, because all of these women said everything that I was thinking, really. I mean, we can't compare ourselves to other people. We can't. And I think from my perspective as a 54-year-old woman, like, I do think when you get to a certain age, you start recognizing this more and more, that, everyone is important and unique and special, and we don't have to fit the mold. And yeah, I mean, it's like you said, Lily, we're special. We're all special.
We are. Even the extroverts. And I don't mean even I mean, we all are. But what
I think we're a bit more.
Okay. I'm with you on that. We've got to love that. And what I really love is getting to know each one of you. And we're missing our token man. Matt couldn't make it, tech difficulty, so maybe later this week. But what I really want to honor is that I've seen you on your journey. I've seen you start with, oh my gosh, this is awkward, to look at us. Look at us all just shooting the shit, having a conversation live. People are going to watch this. It's going live in a few places. And, look at us grow. I love it. I love each one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I welcome you back to chat with me this week as we honor Introvert Week, and I hope to see you. So thanks everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lorraine.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.